Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Johnson. He goes airborne, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
39.
Ryan. Open man is Galladay, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Like 25. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Wait. 58.
Ryan. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll get this one to Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check. Hey, Delta.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Guys. 55. Hey, team 6.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Khalil Mack. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Crunch time, defense. Check. He's crossing. He's checking crap.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
He's coming. We got double up.
This is Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On second down now, it's Henry. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Ryan. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
51, South. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, echo.
Throwing again. Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Ready. 25. Check 55. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Got it. Shit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
58, Mike. 58.
Here's Ryan. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
I'm here all day. Kill, kill, kill. Watch twist. Watch twist. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. This time Ryan will throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Derrick Henry. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
They'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mike, 55. Mike, short. I got one. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Now Jackson on first down. He completes it to Henry. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, check Mike. Over.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Riley Ridley, incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Quit talking about it.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Get ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, but now it's third down.
Brings up third and 8.
Mike, 55. I'm coming for you, son. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
On third down, Jackson. Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Play action, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's third and 9.
20.
From the gun, Ryan. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And the Lions first down.
50. Back 25.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, it's Johnson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
21.
Ryan. Flush to his right. He finds his man Johnson. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
59, ready. You ready? Watch it, Space. Go.
Now it's Ryan. Complete. It's Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, yeah.
Blue 80.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
They begin with Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Check. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
39. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, exit.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
Ready, blue lady. Next 25. Check, check. Check, check. Smooth.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Able to power through. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hatchet, Hatchet. 55's my guy, 55. I'm coming after you.
To throw is Jackson. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
You ain't got nothing. Sponge.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. You call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Next is 3rd and 14.
Check 55 to Mike. You remember me?
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Ryan. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Now Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Silver. Mike, 55.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let him go.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Well, that's the play you work on each and every week. Your offense taking a knee at the end means you've won the ball game. But how about the defensive effort? A shutout, pitching a shutout, they're going to feel great about themselves.
They're going to feel really great about themselves. A big goose egg on the scoreboard. Nice job defensively.
Yeah, I say dinner on the defensive coordinator tonight.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Lions, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2 and 4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.